Thinking I'm out. You see that kind
not
of sight
sticking around
in your
for it.
backyard, I'm out. Leaving Hawaii, that's it. Hurricane is one thing, volcano, different beast entirely.
But one every, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
However many
One every
years.
couple of years.
Just
Who
get a little
cares?
ash.
It's probably not that big of a deal. Well, our weather is not quite volcanic, but
No.
we do have a risk for maybe some severe storms. The main threat, though, is a little bit more to our north. Not to downplay too much, but really nothing to get too worked up about. Thankfully, the severe threat also looks to be during the daylight hours, so this isn't something that comes in during the night. At the moment, we're actually very pleasant after a very foggy morning with dense fog with low visibilities. Sunshine came out. It was a pretty afternoon. 70 degrees our current temperature. Dew points have not been bad, actually only in the mid-40s, so a pretty dry air mass in place at the moment. Today's high got up to 75 degrees, and while not record territory, low 80s, certainly well above our normal. Overnight lows were also well above normal, and that'll be the case until a front moves through early on Wednesday. We'll have another very warm day tomorrow. 60s, low 70s outside at the moment, and dew points 40s, 50s, and low 60s. Kind of a wide range of our dew point values, which have been on the milder to higher side. Not exactly humid, but a little muggier. That's what allowed the fog to develop this morning, and that'll be the case again tomorrow morning. The only thing that could hinder the fog development is if the winds do start picking up enough. That tends to kind of mix the atmosphere, really prevents the fog from forming, but certainly with the high humidity in place, fog is another likelihood during the overnight. Something else we're going to see during the overnight, whereas we saw the fog clear out and we had clear skies, that's not going to be the case tomorrow. Once the fog dissipates, we'll be under mostly cloudy skies as we are watching a developing upper system. What makes it very difficult with forecasting the timing of rainfall is when the system has not yet formed. This is what is starting to form. It is an upper trough. That's going to sweep on through, keeping most of the energy with it well to the north. However, the trough axis is going to pass by and allow for us to get into some storms as well as a cold front to move on through. So at the moment, there isn't anything that is yet to develop, that we are kind of tracking out the timing of. So the models, while in decent agreement with the timing, could change as we head into the day tomorrow. It does look like by midday and afternoon, we're going to have a chance for those storms to start firing up. Now, coverage-wise tomorrow, only about 50%. Not everyone will even see the rainfall, and those that do, that risk is even smaller for a few of the storms to become strong to severe. As we go through the evening, it does look like we'll get a break from the rainfall. Then kind of another round of storms into the early morning hours of Wednesday as the front pushes on through, and then turning cooler and drier. As I said, the timing is off depending upon which model you look at. This model, high resolution, one, a little more aggressive with our storms, and two, getting those storms developing a little sooner in the day. Down the bayou, river parishes, Florida parishes, the better chance for those storms to develop maybe before the noon hour, continuing into the afternoon. Now, the focus does look to be more north shore, but still a few storms south of the lake are possible. Also in agreement, we get that break in the evening and night, and then here comes that early morning Wednesday line of storms with the risk of anything severe much, much lower. The main threat for any tornadic activity and the risk of stronger, long-lived tornadoes is to our north. And so while the risk here is low, it is not zero. Again, nothing to get too worked up about, but something to pay attention to during the afternoon and early evening hours. Here is a look at the model guidance in terms of tornadic development, where you see the areas highlighted from white to yellow approaching red. It means there are better ingredients for tornadic storms. And as we get into the afternoon hours tomorrow, that risk is more or higher across central Louisiana, central Mississippi, and farther north. And while we do have a risk here, the main focus does look to be more to our north. And then, as I said, that line of storms into early Wednesday morning, note the risk of any kind of or ingredients for tornadic storms is moving away. So with that final line of storms on early Wednesday morning, the risk of anything severe looks to be fairly low. So the main threat for severe weather is during the midday and afternoon hours. Then we'll have those storms during the overnight, and then temperatures drop and we get into chilly weather for about a day and a half. We start warming right back up by Friday and highs back into the upper 70s into the weekend.